If one were solely looking at the defense's point of view of the Trade Center bombing conspirators on trial versus the FBI, therefore narrowly looking at their criminal activity being a consequence and of prior servitude solely of the CIA's Afghan-Russian war, then you could afford to envision that the World Trade Center bombing and landmark plot were all part of a government conspiracy. But that's not the case if you spend some time regionally exploring all the trails amongst the first set of early conspirators, because with the Palestinian Mohammed Salameh, you'll find that aside for the apartment he shared with Ramzi Youssef on Panrapo Avenue, that he was also linked to multiple apartments. Following the World Trade Center bombing, police searched apartments on 34 Kingston Avenue in New Jersey, which was an address Salameh listed on the police report for the stolen Ryder van, but only as a phone number on the rental contract. As reported by mainstream news sources, it was later determined that apartment number 8 had been rented by a woman identified as Josie Hadas, who turned out to be a Mossad operative who fled. Washington Post Malcolm Gladwell wrote, Salameh had provided a telephone number in connection with the rental agreement that was traced to a person named Josie Hadas at a Jersey City address. The article added, a search of the Hadas apartment Thursday afternoon had discovered, amongst other things, a letter addressed to the defendant Salameh, tools and wiring, and manuals concerning antenna circuitry and electromagnetic devices.
On the day of Salameh's arrest, investigators had also found bomb-making equipment during a search of the Palestinian's apartment.
And among the things recovered were tools and wiring and manuals concerning antenna, circuitry, and electromagnetic devices.
The article stated, a law enforcement officer trained as a bomb technician has examined these materials, the FBI said, and concluded that they constitute evidence of a bomb maker at the location. A dog trained for detection of explosives responded positively to a closet space within the apartment. New York Daily News on March 5, 1993 would confirm that authorities found a letter mailed to Salameh from Josie Hadas at the apartment. Safar Bangas, editor of Crescent International, a Canadian journal on Islamic politics, confirmed to sources that Josie Hadas was a long-established Mossad operative and that she had penetrated Islamic circles in New York, as had another intelligence operative, Imad Salem, a colonel in Egyptian intelligence. So what happened to Josie Hadas? On March 8, 1993, the International Herald Tribune quoted a response by a reporter's question about the role of Hadas in the Mossad to FBI spokesman Joe Valquit, who said, even if it were true, we wouldn't tell you anyway. But we will briefly return to Salameh's previous Jersey address with roommate Josie Hadas later, as we are also not entirely finished with Imad Salem either. And an incomplete account of conspirators this may seem, hold that thought as we continue figuratively with the manhunt on the remaining 2 fugitives, Iyad Ismail, who fled to Jordan, and Ramzi Youssef, who took a flight back to Karachi, Pakistan the night of the bombing. This begins the Chronicles of Ramzi Youssef, where throughout the next 40 minutes, just so viewers do not get confused with the timeline, there will be several different actors dramatizing Youssef's biggest crimes to come.